Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a St. Patrick's Day wreath. And these are the supplies I'm using. I'm going to start with the garland that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. I only needed one. I did, however, purchase three, but it only took one to go around this foam ring. I'm gonna start the garland with these floral pins that I purchased from Hobby Lobby, and I do put them in at a slant, and it's just for extra security. You could probably use glue here as well, and now I'm just gonna wrap the whole foam ring until I get to the other side. So here I'm just gonna keep wrapping the garland around this foam ring until I make it to the other side, and when I get to the other side, I'm gonna use another floral pin to secure the other end of the garland. I was a little surprised by this Dollar Tree garland. It didn't rip or tear or anything, and I was rather aggressive with it. So here I'm making my way all the way around, and I'm going back in with another floral pin just to secure it. I'm sure you could probably use glue as well, but this is what we have so far. Now I'm going to work on my sign. I am going to break this apart into 3 separate sections. This was purchased from the Dollar Tree. I am saving the ribbon that I have cut from the sign. I just put that to the side and I do use it later. I cut off the extra ribbons, and now I'm going to go in with these stems that I have. It was from a floral bush. I keep everything, and I'm going to use those to glue down on the back of the legs, and I'm going to pierce them through the foam. So here I'm going in with some glue, and I have these little sticks. I'm going to glue them down, and I'm going to use the scrap ribbon that I had cut off to put on top of those picks. It's just extra security. Okay, so now I've got the legs done, and I'm going to put those off to the side and let them dry, and I'm going to work on the middle part of the sign. I'm going to use cable mounts and wire, floral wire, to attach this to the wreath. So here I'm securing 2 cable mounts, one on each side of the sign, and I do glue them in place, and I'm going to put some floral wire through the cable mounts, and this way I have a way of attaching it to my wreath. So here I'm just going to add the cable mounts, I'm gluing them in place, and I'm going to put this off to the side until it dries. Now it's time to work on the hat. I am going to do the same thing to the hat that I did to the legs. I'm just putting some leftover scraps I have, they're little stems, and I'm going to use that to pierce it through the top part of the wreath through the foam. Here I'm going to use the ribbon that I cut off from the sign, and I'm going to use it to secure those picks in place. I'm not sure what happened to the footage of me attaching the sign, but I did use floral wire through those cable mounts, and that's how I was able to secure it to the wreath. Now I'm just going to pierce those stems that I attached to the hat to the top part of the foam. Now I'm going in with the legs. I did want to add a little more glue on the legs only because they're hanging down at the bottom. This project was very easy to do. You could stop right here, but I do end up making a messy bow. Okay, now that it's all put together, this is what we have so far. Now it's time to work on my bow. I did have a bunch of scrap ribbon laying around, so what I did was I thought they were rather long for a messy bow, so I fold them on top of each other and I cut them in the middle. I'm just getting my scraps ready for the messy bow. Here I'm just playing with the placement of my ribbons. I'm just stacking them on top of each other. I just want to make sure I had 2 of each. And once I get all the ones I want together and stacked up, I'm going to dovetail each end. Okay, now that I have the ones that I want, I'm going in, and what I do is I fold the ribbon onto itself and I cut at a slant, which makes the pretty detail at each end of the ribbon. Okay, now I have everything trimmed up and ready to go, and I'm just going to go in with each ribbon and just make an X. Okay, now I'm going to walk my fingers down the middle of this ribbon, this X, and I'm going to start a zip tie. I'm not going to crank it all the way down because I am going to add some floral wire to the back before I crank the zip tie all the way down. This way I have a way of attaching it to my project. So here I'm adding the wire to the back where the zip tie is, and then I'm going to crank the zip tie all the way down. Now I'm going to break my bow. They also call this fluffing the bow, and I'm just going to get my tails exactly the way I want them. I do end up trimming a couple of pieces up because I just thought they were too long. I'm going to attach the bow to the top right hand corner because I didn't want to cover up the hat or the sign. I just take the wires around the wreath and then I'm going to twist tie it off in the back. Once I twist tie it off, I do tuck it back into the foam. Okay friends, this is my completed project. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.